Previously, we've been using the OpenAI Canvas and the Claude artifacts, but DeepSeek now has also entered the race by introducing the new DeepSeek artifacts. DeepSeek artifact is a tool provided by Hugging Face, which is absolutely free, that allows users to generate high quality React and Tailwind CSS code effortlessly. So in short, we can say that DeepSeek Artifacts is poised to transform your coding experience as well as simplify your front-end development. So let's go ahead and test it out together. Alright, so let's get started. In order to access the DeepSeek artifact, you simply have to go to the URL deepseekartifacts.vercel.app, and the best part about this is that you don't need to provide any information for sign-in. Once you will enter this URL, you will land on a page that looks like this. The DeepSeek artifacts are absolutely free. There is no context limit, and there is no need to provide any information in order to sign in to use it. It allows you to create amazing React and Tailwind CSS code in order to simplify your front-end development. And in addition to that, just like Bold.new, it also provides you the feature to open your code in the sandbox, from where you can go ahead and download it. So now let's go ahead and test it out to see the type of applications that it can create and how much time it takes and the quality of the generated applications. So I'm going to start with a very basic example. I'm going to say create a calculator app that looks like the one on iPhone. Once you hit enter, it will start generating the code, and firstly a window will open that will show you the code generation. There will be three different files: app.tsx, index.html and app.css. The app.tsx is actually going to contain the logic for the application. The index.html is going to contain the front end, and for the first time it is going to take quite some time for generating the application, and once the application is generated, you will have a preview of your application. So you can see that here is our calculator app, and the interface is pretty much similar to the calculator which is present on the iPhone. So let's go ahead and see if it is working or not. So I'm gonna say 2 plus 2. Let's hit equal, and yeah, 4. Once we clear the screen, it is doing that 2. 7 divided by 2 and 2. Yeah, so it is working absolutely fine. And if you want to view the application the full screen, you can simply click on this toggle button and it is going to hide the code. And if you want to view the code once again, you can again click on it to view the code. And as I've mentioned earlier, you can always go ahead and open the code in the sandbox, from where you can test, edit, preview and download the entire application and use it somewhere else. And in addition to that, you can also make changes to the code from right here inside the DeepSeek artifacts, and the changes will be reflected right here in the preview. Let's try another example. This time I'm gonna ask it to create a WhatsApp clone app, and let's see if it is able to do that or not. So you can see that it has started generating the code. You can see generating right here, and once the code is generated, you will get a preview of your application. Alright, so the code is generated. Let's view it in the full screen mode. You can see this is how the application looks like. Yeah, it is very much similar to the web version of the WhatsApp. If you click on the app, it is going to show you the conversation. Let's try sending a message, and yes, it is sending that too. Let's go to the other chat. I'm gonna ask send a message, and yes, it is working too. But right now there are only 2 dummy chats right here. What if we want to add more chats? So here comes the only drawback of the DeepSeek artifact, which is you cannot ask the LLM to make changes to the already created code. You can either make changes manually inside this code, or you can ask the LLM to generate the application once again with the new features. But there is no guarantee that the interface will be exactly like the one which was previously generated. And according to me, that's the only drawback of DeepSeek artifacts. Otherwise, it is a great tool for generating React-based applications, that too absolutely free. But you don't need to worry. I have a solution for it too. If you want to have exactly same interface for the application with the new features, you simply have to copy all the code from all of these files. So firstly, I'm going to copy the code from the app.tsx file. I'm going to head back to the prompt box, and here I'm going to say app.tsx equals, and here I'm going to paste the entire code which I've just copied. Then the next file is index.html. So I'm going to say index.html equals to, and I'm going to copy the entire code of the index page and paste it right here. And if you look at the app.css file, it is empty, so no need to provide any code for it. And after providing the code for your app.tsx file and the index.html file, you can go ahead and provided the prompt for adding the new feature. So here I wanted to add more dummy chats within the same interface. For that, I'm gonna say add more dummy chats. So it is firstly going to look at the files which we have provided to it and then the new feature. So the new output will have the exactly same interface like the code which was present in the app.tsx file and the index.html file, and then it is going to add this feature to that already existing code too. So if I go ahead and hit enter, it will start generating the code, but the generation will be much faster than the previous one because I've already provided it the code. It just need to add the new feature, and within no time it has generated the preview for us. And previously we had only 2 chats. Now it has added a few more chats with dummy messages as well. And you can see that the interface of the application is exactly like the previous one. So if you want to make any changes to the UI which was previously generated, you can simply copy all the code provided in the prompt and then add the new feature which you want to incorporate, and then DeepSeek Artifact will generate the exactly same interface for you and will also add the additional features. Let's try another example. This time I'm gonna ask it to develop a trivia quiz app with categories, timer, and a leaderboard. Once you done it, it will start generating the code, and once the code is completed, it will provide us the preview of the application. So firstly, we have a question that what is the chemical symbol for water, and we have a timer running too. So let's select the option, click on next question. Who was the first president of the United States? Select an option, click on the next question, and here is the third question, what is the capital of France? I'm gonna go with Paris and finish quiz, and the score is 20. So if you want to add your information to the leaderboard, you can provide your name and then simply click on add to leaderboard button, and here it is going to add your score inside the leaderboard too. And if you want to make any changes to this app, you can always go ahead and either manually make changes yourself or use the method which I showed you previously to simply copy all the code provided in the prompt box and then provide the new feature which you want to incorporate. Let's go ahead and try another example. This time I wanted to create a weather app. For that, I'm gonna ask it to design a weather application with live updates and location-based services. Let's wait for it to generate the code and provide us the application preview. Alright, so this is how the application actually looks like. Here it has provided us the city name, the country name, and the temperature, along with the cloud state, the humidity, and the wind speed. But if you go ahead and look at the code, you can see that all of this information has been hard coded just to be displayed inside this card. And here they've also provided us a searching functionality. So if I go ahead and search for a particular city, it is going to change the city name, but everything else will be the same. So this means that this application only shows the front end, but there is no backend logic to fetch the data from some weather API and show it dynamically. But what if we want to create a complete full stack application using this layout? Well, in such situations, you can use different type of code generators and LLMs. So today I'm going to be using the ChatGPT provided by OpenAI. So right now I'm inside my ChatGPT. I'm using the GPT-4o, and here I'm going to provide it the code. I'm going to say here's the code for the app.tsx. And after providing the entire code, I'm saying that now I want to add the searching feature that will fetch the weather info for the city searched. Provide me code for it and tell me where should I place it. Once you run it, it will provide me the code having the search feature. So now if I go ahead and copy the code from here, head back to the DeepSeek artifacts, and here inside the app.tsx file, I'm going to remove everything and paste the code which is generated by ChatGPT. Okay, so it is showing this error because we haven't set the value for the API key here. It is using the Open Weather Map API in order to fetch the weather data real time. So you have to go to the Open Weather Map API and copy the API key and paste it right here. I've done the same, and now here it has automatically set the city to Islamabad, which is in Pakistan. Here is the temperature state, this is the humidity and the wind speed. So now let's try searching for any other city. Okay, so once I simply press backspace, it said city not found. Let's try once again. Okay, here instead of Islamabad, I'm gonna look for Chicago, and it is not allowing me to write anything. This is because maybe the code provides the info in runtime and does not wait for the search button to be clicked. So now I actually want to add the feature where it will firstly wait for the search button to be clicked, and then it will provide the data fetch from the Open Weather Map API. So for that, I'm gonna once again head back to my chat GPT, and this time I asked it to make the searching functionality available on the search button click. And on the basis of that prompt, it has provided me this new code. So I'm gonna go ahead and copy the code, head back to my app.tsx file, select everything, remove it, and then I'm going to paste the code which I've just copied. And this is how the application actually looks like. For the first time, it is not going to provide us the weather information for any city. So now if I enter the location to be Islamabad, which was previously set by default, and click on search button, here you can see now it is fetching the data from the Open Weather Map API at runtime. Let's try with another city. I'm gonna look for the weather of New York. So I'm gonna type it right here, hit the search button. And yeah, now it has provided us the weather for the New York. So currently the temperature is minus 1.72 degrees centigrade, overcast clouds, humidity is 53%, and the wind speed is 9.77 kilometers per hour. Let's try another city. I'm gonna say Istanbul. Click on the search button, and this is the weather information for this particular city. And you can always go ahead and open the project in the sandbox, make the changes right there, and then download the entire project so that you can use the code anywhere else you want. In this way, you can use the DeepSeek artifacts to generate applications by providing a simple prompt that too absolutely free and without any context length or without the need to sign in to use it. So overall, it is an amazing tool and a great competitor for the OpenAI Canvas and the Claude artifacts, along with some other code generating apps like Bold.new, which is pretty famous these days. So I'll highly encourage all of you to try it out for yourself and let me know in the comments what you think about it. But that's all for this video. Thanks for watching.